Oh, good morning, Frederick. Today is Friday, May 24th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Well, thank you, Frederick. 272 subscribers on YouTube, which is just phenomenal. I so appreciate all the support. I appreciate those who last night, when I mentioned this, when I was at the lip sync battle, they got right on their phones and subscribed. My begging and pleading is working. And I know we can get to 500 by June 15th. And when we do, I'm going to give away some more merch. So if you can continue to share the YouTube channel, and I've seen all your tags, thank you so much. I so appreciate it. And I know it's a kind of a pain, but it is something free that you can do to support. So when people ask, how can I support? This is the best way. Comment on the videos, share the videos, like the videos. That engagement is what gives YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It tells them that we're creating good content that people like. So the subscribing is phenomenal, and I am so grateful. But if you can also share, like, and comment while you're doing that, again, it just helps those algorithms get us to where we're going. The goal is 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by September. And the reason, if you want to know in all honesty, that is actually what YouTube uses as a benchmark to put us out to even more people that kind of like the For You page on TikTok. They actually have suggested videos, and they will suggest videos from people who are in Frederick or around Frederick. And if those videos are getting lots of engagement, they will push them out even more. All right, last night I had a great time as a judge at SHIP's annual lip sync battle. I'd like to congratulate the winners, the Business Besties, which comprised Tina from Dream Free Arts, who we featured on Good Morning Frederick on April 16th, and Crystal from Crash and Catharsis Rage Factory, who I'm interviewing in June. And we want to thank and congratulate the People's Choice winners, Lip Sync, who interpreted NSYNC's Bye 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 to perfection, in the people's eyes anyway. And I have pledged to make this event even bigger next year, so stay tuned. I think that this is such a fun event, and more people should see it. And if your organization is ever looking for an MC or a judge or a hype person, reach out. I wanted to share this video my brother made for me from my stint so far as the Flying Cows MC. Part of that is to hype you up for what is coming. Now, look, we're going to talk about the playoff situation and the Flying Cows soon. But if your company, organization, or you belong to a group that's doing an event, let me know. I am more than happy to come out and add a little fun to the event. All right, on the show today, I visit Crystal's Funny Farm for some much-needed goat and donkey therapy, and Lee from Rosie Cheeks gives me the $1 million vision of his company. All right, so let's get started. It is Friday. yes, thank you to our show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether it's across the street or around the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can help make the whole process much easier. I won't say it'll be stress-free, but it'll be much less stress than trying to do it on your own. I don't know what's happening with my hair this morning. I just got a vision of myself. Sorry. All right, We Help You Move. Let's get back to it because they are veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community. And again, I'm going to keep asking until he checks Montana off the list. That is the one state I believe he has said he has not been to or moved someone to or from. So let's get him out there. And either way, if you've got maybe an office move or you've just got furniture you have to move around your house, because I actually had him come out to move a couch from the loft, which is on the third floor or the upstairs, to the basement. So because I couldn't do it. Well, I mean, I could have done it, but not without a lot of argument, yelling, and probably words like pivot. So I didn't want to, actually. So I had them come do it. WeHelpYouMove.com for all of that. Call Nicholas. All right, today, sunshine with some clouds. A stray afternoon thunderstorm is possible. It's going to be a high of 85 today. And I want to wish today is the wedding for friends of mine, Danielle and Brandon. It's going to be a gorgeous day today. Looking forward to celebrating your special day. Tomorrow and Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 87. Very nice. Nice weekend now. I love it, Mother Nature. Thank you so much. Monday, thunderstorms and 80, and then back to work on Tuesday for a high of 80 and mostly sunny. Not too bad. All right. I can enjoy this. I can for sure. Okay. When we got some giveaways for you, and one finishes today, the 4 passes to the Cat Oasis at Fetch. Just text that kitty word, text kitty, to our phone number. And we've got some finishing at the end of the month, which, if you can believe it, is in 1 week. 1 week, we finish out May. May went so quickly. It's kind of scary, actually. But you can win 2 tickets to goat yoga. You can win a $25 gift certificate to float at Lightside Floats, which is wonderful if you haven't been yet. And you can get that $25 gift certificate to Epic Detailing for your car. Get it detailed. It's the summer now. It needs to look nice. At least a couple times a year, you should get your car detailed. Plus, the inside smells so good when it's all detailed. And they do that antibacterial thing, too, which goes into the vents and everything. So if you've ever had somebody put something in your vents or just had that smell you can't ever get rid of, contact Epic Detailing. They'll take care of you there. All right. I think we've got 10 baskets, but I'd still love some more if you'd like to participate. We would love for you to create a basket to raffle for charity. Plus, it's going to be a lot of fun. And although we're calling it Sisters in Charity for the basket side, everyone is invited to the June 18th event at Fingerboard Farm. We're going to be talking more about that as we move closer. But if you would like to put together a basket and naming a charity, please let me know, reach out, sign up your team, select your charity. You have to nominate what 3 charities you're interested in because each charity only gets 1 basket, okay? So I'm going through, so far we haven't had any duplications. And the great thing is there are so many great charities in Frederick that it makes that part simple. I think, let's see, we've got, I'm going to try to remember this from memory. Hartley House, I think, is taken. The Frederick County Animal Control is taken. We've got, yeah, that's it. That's all I can remember. Oh, Love for Lachlan, that is also taken. I mean, there's tons. I can tell you who we don't have. I don't have a basket for SHIP. We don't have a basket for, let's see, who else have we featured? Actually, I don't know if we have any baskets for any of the nonprofits we featured. So like we just did February Star, the horse and cat rescue yesterday. If you would like to do a basket for them, contact me. And February Star, if you're watching, you should reach out to your advocates. Say, hey, do a basket for us. We'll help you out. So all the great charities in this local area, Relay for Life. I don't have a basket from you or for you to benefit you. So again, if you're a nonprofit and somebody has not yet reached out to you saying, hey, we're going to make you a basket for this Sisters in Charity Garden Party, nudge a couple people. Say, hey, would you mind? It's going to be a ton of fun, and we're hoping to be able to award a charity a lot of money. That's what it's all about, but also having a good time. All right. Speaking of good time, oh my goodness, we are getting down to the wire for our prom for the Scott Key Center. It's called Out of This World. I want to thank Alexa and Charles Studio, who has donated $500 to the prom so that we can put on a spread. I'm going to be confirming the food, what we're going to be doing, and we are going to figure it out to make sure they get the best spread possible. For many of these wonderful people, this is the first time they will ever get to a prom of their own. And they're going to get all dolled up. We can't wait. We've got the red carpet. We've got all these wonderful businesses who have donated 100% of their time and their service so that these guys can have a great afternoon. The prom is June 5th from 11 to 1. And we are really, really looking forward to it. And if you can, please, there's still time to donate at scottkeycenter.org. All right. After the break, I take a trip to the Funny Farm, though some probably think I'm a frequent visitor, and sipping moonshine in the afternoon. Yeah, not a bad gig at all. And that's all coming up just after this break.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
All right, and A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business. It is right here in Frederick, very local. You can check them out on social media. There are a ton of people. I just saw a friend, Jolena, tagged them, just did the roof for the Walkersville Children's Center, I think it's called. Anyway, they did a great job for her. So check out the testimonials and reach out. They do roofing and siding. It's what they specialize in. But they can also help you if you need new windows or you want a new patio or fixed patio and a deck. If your deck is falling apart, that can be unsafe, and it's no fun to spend the summer on a deck that's going to give you splinters or is falling apart. Contact Sandra. We'll take care of you, I promise. You can call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. And she has extended that special offer to our Good Morning Frederick viewers, where you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. And I tell you, Sandra is awesome. I bet no matter what work you have done, she will give you that $50 off any job she does. I tell you right now, if she doesn't, I will cover it. But I'm telling you, I know she's great. She will. All right. So give Sandra a call or visit A&S Construction and get that outside taken care of. Do it now while you can. Don't wait until it's too late. All right. We're going to talk about the people making our Frederick market wonderful. All right, market makers. Well, the Funny Farm It's a short trip, actually. It's just right in Walkersville. I visit with Crystal and the goats and the donkey. And it's glorified chaos, but farming life ain't easy. And we're going to hear all about it. Here's Crystal Spradlin. I'm just outside of Walkersville, and you've been here your whole life, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up down the street, and we lived in Woodsboro for a brief time, but always in Walkersville.
I'm with Crystal, and this is Crystal's Funny Farm, which I love the name of. So you were telling me your grandparents and your parents are just on the other side there.
Yep.
And you decided in 2020, you said, to put this little fenced-in area and start with a few goats.
Yes. Yeah, I started with 5, and we're at 23.
And is that just natural evolution? Just because they are bred with... Yeah.
They're very addicting. They're like...
And how does one go about getting goats? I'm going to have pictures of the babies or the little minis. They are, oh my gosh, you just want to put one in your pocket.
They are so
And they're
sweet.
so sweet, yeah.
They are very sweet.
So you work.
Yeah, I work full-time over on our family dairy farm.
Yeah.
And this just is kind of a hobby.
Yeah.
I would do it all the time if I could.
Yeah.
I love my goats.
Yeah.
They're started out as pets, which they still are pets.
Yeah.
We kind of saw a business venture to do goat yoga and things. It's been really good. It's been very popular.
Yeah.
They love it. They see we usually use our cattle trailer because it's big and we just bought a new cattle trailer. So we use that to haul them, and if they see it coming down the road, they come running to the fence because we back it right in here and we load them, and they get so excited.
Yeah. So when you do the goat yoga here, where is that?
So we were doing it. I have temporary fencing.
Oh, right.
That we were putting
in
it
your
up
yard?
outside.
Yeah.
But they've gotten slick to that. So they usually when I do it here at the house, I only it's usually just me and maybe one other person. That comes to help me. But they've gotten slick to the fencing. They know that they can go underneath of it now. So if we venture out, I usually have a lot more people to come along with me and help me. So I think this, the next time we're here is June 2nd. I think we're just going to do it right in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. What is it about goat yoga? I haven't done it yet, but every picture I see, because I just don't like yoga. I would just come sitting here, not doing the yoga, but not that I don't like it. I'm just not good at it, actually. But what do you think it is about that people absolutely fall in love with?
To be honest, I think it's just the animals.
That's
a lot of people come. There are people
just to come and sit on my mat and
right. And a lot of people do that. They'll check in and they'll say,
"Do I have to really do
yoga?
yoga?
I have to really do yoga?" That's exactly what they ask me.
That's what I would say.
And I'm like, no, nobody's
No,
going to care if you really do yoga or not.
Okay.
And the instructors that I have a couple different ones that I work with. They don't care. They don't care. They know
if they
that
were
most
so serious,
of the time,
they'd be in a studio and doing it all right.
And then some of them do.
Yeah.
Do yoga at a studio.
Oh no, I bet they all do normally, but for this, you know what I mean?
They don't.
They should know that it's going to be
the one lady that
distracting.
I use. She does puppy yoga. She does goat yoga. She does alpaca yoga. She does all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And so she's like, they're here for the animals.
Of course.
But there
sure
are
people
some
do
that
yoga,
definitely will come and do the yoga, and then they'll kind of hang out with the animals before and after. So it's kind of a mix.
Yeah, for sure. What in farming really, and you guys have had a couple generations here, how is it now? I mean, we hear these horrible things about, corporate farmers and the takeovers and, how is your family, what do you guys plant and how is that going?
Well, my brother's back here planting now. We plant corn and triticale, and everything that we plant, goes straight to our animals. We don't
you don't sell it or anything. So you just plant to provide for your people, your peeps. And you do dairy.
Yeah, we have dairy cattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And growing up, how was that with
You know, when I was real little, I loved it. I loved going to the farm with my dad, and I remember hearing stories. My mom would call him and say, "You have to come get her because she's having a fit that you left her here today."
Yeah.
And then I kind of went through a phase where I was like,
Not for me.
Not for me.
Yeah.
You know, that was like my middle school, high school phase.
Yeah.
You know, and I went and, you know, worked off the farm. I worked for the hospital for about 8 years, and my dad asked me to come back. So I left the hospital, and that was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been back at the farm ever since.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard work. It's very time consuming. I'm never on time for anything.
It's 7 days a week,
Right.
24/7, right?
Yeah.
There's no break, there's no vacation, no holiday. Like, you know,
The nice thing is with you know, my dad and my brother and I run it, and then we have, you know, a lot of employees. I say a lot. There's like 15 other employees.
Okay.
But the nice thing is, you know, we work together. If one of us
Yeah.
isn't here or one of us goes away, there's always you know,
I
others
didn't
to
mean like there's
cover.
no vacation for you,
But it is-
particular,
but
but
it
it is
is like that.
somebody's got to.
Well, exactly.
Somebody's got to manage it, so you could never be all in the same place together.
No,
right?
you're right. You're right,
Yeah.
and that really stinks because
does
my brother
stink.
has kids that, you know, that are young, and
Yeah.
it would be really nice to go on a family vacation,
Yeah.
but we're just not at that point.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so.
I mean, like my parents just have a little teeny tiny farmette, and
Mm-hmm.
even just with the horses and the cats and the dog, you know, you have to have somebody who
always
can take
somebody
care of
there.
it all.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hi, baby.
What are you doing?
Look at you. So when you fix your obsession or get your fix with your obsession, where does one go to buy goats? Where do you get them?
Facebook.
We're on Marketplace
honest.
searching for goats.
There are tons.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are tons, but there are dedicated pages and
Yeah.
groups that you can follow.
That's fun.
That you can buy goats from.
So are these any particular breed?
I have a hodgepodge, but I have some boar cross goats. I have some. A lot of mine are Nigerian dwarf goats.
Okay.
And I have some. I have 2 fainting goats.
Oh. I could watch those all day on TikTok. Those
Oh, they're-
make me laugh so
They're
hard.
funny. They're funny.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I can't get them to faint.
You can't?
I
Yeah.
can't. It's the other goats that get them to faint. Like, I'm like, really? I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried.
I had a friend who was like that too, but like any loud noise, they would like if something backfired or whatever,
Oh,
they
yeah.
would just, whoop, there we go.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
funny.
you know, it's funny when we first got them, we would try and like
Yeah,
scare them, but if all of the goats take off running after something, they both
freeze
faint.
up.
It's funny.
Oh, very good.
But yeah, they're all. I had my first set of babies last year.
Oh.
That was like the turning point for me. I was like, this is addicting.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, we have baby calves. We have like
Yeah.
1,200 baby calves a year. It's like, okay, I've
1,200.
seen that, I've done that, you know what I mean? But like with the
Yeah.
baby goats, they're just something about baby goats. I
Yeah.
don't know. They're just the cutest.
Yeah. Okay. So people, so you're doing goat yoga
Yes.
here and other places. You
Yes.
take your goats other places. So
Yes.
we've got all of those right now on the Everything Frederick calendar. What do you think is the future? Is there anything you feel like might be coming, you know, over the next 6 months to a year here? Any other?
Not in that short of a time frame, but
okay.
Eventually I would really like to have like a facility that I could invite people in. I say like a petting zoo sort of thing, but not really like
Right.
a petting zoo. They
Yeah.
kind of like a space where they can come and have kids' birthday parties. That's a big goal of mine, but it'll be a little while. It'll be a little while before that
That's
happens.
future
so.
future plan.
Yeah,
That's okay. Having a
definitely.
dream in the future and taking care of that. So you have a Facebook page where
Yes.
people can find out information. So if
Yep.
they follow you there. They can figure out when they can come out here and hang with the goats.
Yep.
If there was just one thing that you'd want people to know, and it can be about farming, it can be about goat yoga, just, farming life in general, what would you want people to know?
To be honest, the biggest thing is a lot of people see farmers as, they're in it for, to make money and things like that. You believe it or not.
Well, I think they choose to hear things like, well, you get all these tax breaks and these subsidies and this and that, and it's just not,
And a lot of, when you see dairy farmers in the news, a lot of it is negative. But we really do love and take care of our animals.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If we
you
didn't have them, we wouldn't have
right.
a job.
I was just going to say, they are your livelihood.
Right, exactly.
So taking good care of them is vital to you, right?
Yes.
You never intentionally want to do anything to hurt your future.
Right, exactly.
Quite interesting. I had met the dairy princesses at the cows game this last
cool.
week, and found out, I think it was something like, now I might be wrong now, but how many millions of dollars is generated in revenue in dairy in Frederick. And I was shocked, actually.
Yeah.
And that it's 48 hours from farm to store.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have help milking?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
so
I was
I
going to say
have-
computerized, but
No,
some
we
sort
don't
of-
have robots.
Yeah.
We milk just almost 1,100 cows 3 times a day. So it's essentially around the clock. And I have.
How is that possible? I can't do 1,100 things even
Well,
once
luckily
a day.
I have like eight. I think it's 8 guys
Yeah.
that they have a rotational shift
Yeah.
that are there milking.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
they've got that covered. At
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
So that's the hard part.
Crystal, right here. We're at Crystal's Funny Farm. I'm gonna get some images of these crazy goats.
Yeah, they all left us.
I know.
They were all
Once they
very
realized we had no food. No
very
food.
interested at first until they thought, yeah.
Well, they kept getting yelled at for eating
They're
everything.
Eating everything. Yeah, they eat everything.
But I am going to get them. I might sneak off with one in my pocket, maybe, if I'm lucky. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
I mean, these goats were so hilarious. And when they say goats get into everything, they are not lying. They are so bad and so cute, especially the little ones that were, I think she said like 6 months old or something. Oh, my husband would have killed me, but we can go visit anytime. They're just right in Walkersville, so they're not far at all. All right. Even though it is a long weekend, there are still tons of things to do in Frederick. Let's talk about them right now. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. Wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can put on your floor, they can handle. Pretty much, I would say. Give them a call today, 301-948-9663, or you can go to atlaswoodfloors.net. Contact them. Get a quote. That means my little brother will probably come up to this area and visit us. My mom, Mama Cone, wants to see her son, her youngest son, anyway. Also her other son, but he's in Ohio. So anyway, call Atlas Wood Floors, get a quote, get those floors done. If you've been looking at them and thinking, oh gosh, I gotta get this done. They do amazing work. They will take good care of you. And let them know you saw it on Good Morning Frederick. And for sure, we will get you something good on those floors. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, do you know where to go? I hope so, and I hope you're telling everyone else where they can go to not only post their events, but to find out what's happening in Frederick. All you have to do is text the word calendar to 888-465-2944. you'll get a link. It's an auto, you don't have to wait for me to answer or anything else. When you text calendar, automatically you're going to get that link to this calendar, which is the Everything Frederick calendar, which I am adding more and more events to every single day. And I'm telling you, Frederick's just got so much going on, and we love that. That's why we live here. You can never say you're bored here in Frederick. I mean, you could say it, but it would be a falsehood. It would be a falsehood. All right, happy Friday today. The home of Everything Frederick is open today. Visit the shop at 11 o'clock and pick up your stuff. Pick up your Everything Frederick sweatshirt or t-shirt. There's also, I think we had Maryland flag socks. I think there might be a couple Maryland bottle openers available. Of course, you can get that gorgeous silver jewelry made by Hammer Glamour 925. That's Jill. There is a ring that I'm going to actually have to have her make me one a little bit bigger. I thought I was a 7. I'm a 7 on my left hand, but my right is probably like a 7.1 or something crazy. But she has this beautiful silver ring in there. She's got some of her whale tail necklaces that you can purchase as well. So if you have an event coming up or a party or for yourself, treat yourself. Buy the jewelry, buy the shirts. We also have some other artisans in there who create just amazing things. Tara, Shannon's sister, takes beautiful pictures, and she's put them on these beautiful glass cutting boards. We also have the Moss Lady, who's got these amazing living framed pieces of art. And we're getting more stuff in soon. I'm talking to a ton of local artisans who want to get their stuff together and put it in the shop, and we would love to have that there too. We've also got some carnivals here tonight. Again, New Windsor and Boonesboro are having their carnivals. Saturday morning, you can head to all the farmers markets. You got FSK, the Fresh Field Farmers Market, which is at the fairgrounds, Walkersville, Myersville, Thurmont. My goodness, no excuse for not being able to access fresh produce. And WFRE is going to be at the Thurmont Farmers Market. So from 9 to 11 if you want to stop out there. Of course, we talked to February Star this week, and they have their adoption event from 10 to 4. Now check the web, if you are seriously interested in adopting one of the horses, check the website for the schedule, because there's a schedule of time when the volunteers will be riding and showcasing the horses that are available for adoption. Because if you're seriously considering adopting one of these horses to use and ride, then you're going to want to see how they act under the saddle. Doesn't mean how they're going to act with you, though, but at least you will see if they're sound and how they work and all that great stuff. So we'd love to help, because the more horses that get adopted, the more horses that February Star can take in, and she gets calls every single day, sadly, for horses that need help. So if you can head out there, or maybe you just want to volunteer. Maybe you just want to sit in that little barn with all the cats, because they were awesome. If you love cats, you would have loved that. So you can head out there for their event on Saturday. Also, coming up on Sunday, so we have a couple of things. Of course, I've been telling you about Rolling to Remember. That is the motorcycle ride to Washington, D.C. You got to be at the FSK Mall by the Clarion by 6 a.m. They're leaving. They're hard leaving time, okay, 6 a.m. And I am going to be there. Michelle has promised to give me a wake-up call, but I will be there. I'm usually up by 5 anyway, because that's about when I get up for work. So, but I will roll myself out of here and come down to see you guys off. Also, if you would like to support the motorcycle run, which started in California and completes its ride to the Vietnam Veterans Wall, okay? It rides through Frederick on Route 70 on May 26th around 9 a.m. They're going to be crossing South Mountain, and Flags for Vets are planning a flag wave for them on the Appalachian Trail overpass. The bridge will be decorated. You can bring your flag to wave and support them. This is a 13-day ride to honor fallen veterans for Memorial Day weekend. The flag wave will be from 8 to 10 a.m., and the motorcycles will arrive around 9. So, please, if you want to support these guys on the ride and do your little part to remember, not little, I didn't mean it like that. If you wanted to do your part to remember those that have served, then you can do that there. And it's really kind of a cool thing to do. Take your kids out there, or maybe over any bridge on 70 would be fine if you can't get to the Appalachian Trail cross. How about just hop on any bridge that is safe for you to be on, obviously. Don't park your car there. Let's not be crazy, but you know, those things are sometimes very cool to see and experience. Let's see, what else is happening? Of course, on Sunday, and we're going to talk a little bit more about our cows. They had a tough loss last night against Reading, 123 to 127. Tonight, they play another tough game on the road against Virginia Valley. We're 2-1 against this team, and one of those wins was in overtime. The others were very close. This Sunday at 3 o'clock, I'm asking you to come to Bushwallers for the Flying Cows watch party. We are playing the Albany Patroons. Now, we're 2-0 against this team, and we want to make it 3-0. So come on out. Let's have a good time at Bushwallers and show your cows spirit. And we just met Crystal from the Funny Farm. There is goat yoga and ice cream this weekend. Let me see what I got that. Crystal, it is on Sunday. I know. Here we go. Goat yoga and ice cream at Deer Valley Farm. It is Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That is in Dickerson. This was a rescheduled event, I guess, probably because of the stupid weather. You can bring your yoga mat or towel, and you might want to, you know, I would bring the yoga mat and towel just so I could sit and play with the goats. But she says, remember, goats pee and poop like a lot. So bring stuff that you don't mind about being around that. But kids' tickets are $10 off right now. So if your kids want to go out and have a good time and see the goats, grab your tickets for goat yoga and ice cream at Deer Valley Farm. I like that. Yes, everybody pees and poops, right? All right, and don't forget, First Saturday, my gosh, I cannot believe First Saturday is just around the corner. And all of us will be at the home of Everything Frederick at some point. Mama Cone and I will be out there from 11 to 2. And we're going to have a princess to take photos with, whether you're a child or an adult. You can come dressed in your prince or princess costume as well. Apparently, we're doing Disney karaoke, which I can't wait. And if you purchase a Good Morning Frederick hat or t-shirt, you're going to get a sticker and magnet for free on me. All right. To see the links and details for these and many more events, just text calendar to 888-465-2944. I'm just trying to check to see if there is anything that you're going to want to know about for Monday, because I'm going to take the day off, the first one since April 1st. So, yeah, I think, well, I've got an interview with Benstown, which shouldn't be on this calendar, actually. It should be on my calendar, which I'm going to have to fix because I have so many emails. But FCPS, of course, is closed on Monday. All right, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right, we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to be sipping some shine, because that is encouraged at Rosie Cheeks. Plus, I try their newest release, a canned cocktail. Oh my gosh, that's all coming up just after this.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
All right. If you are looking for amazing Thai food here in Frederick, I have found it. The place is Thai-meric. It is on Route 40. And Mama Cone and Ash and I visited Thai-meric recently, and I'd love to show you what we got. We're looking for a great place to eat, and I decided to take my mom to Thai-meric.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful. You didn't want to eat it. It was a great presentation, and I tried things I had never tried before. And you walk away just with scrumptious on your mind.
Oh, yeah. So they served us a tea and an iced tea. And none of us are big iced tea drinkers, but it was one of our favorite things, wasn't it?
Oh, it was sweet and light and delicious.
It was. And then the curry puffs, I think they were.
That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something my mother and grandmother used to cook. It was excellent flavor.
Well, if you want excellent flavor, great presentation, I mean to be stuffed, head to Thai-meric, 1170 West Patrick Street in Frederick, Thai-meric.com. Oh, we put a hurting on that food, I'm telling you right now. I was stuffed for like 2 days. I didn't eat, and we ate early, like 11:30. I didn't eat for the rest of that day. The food was and we brought food home. It was unreal. So if you're looking for a restaurant, many times people will ask in all these groups, hey, where can you go for something different or something great? Or I have people coming in from out of town. The interior is just beautiful. They've got a really cool like little photo wall where you can take a picture if you'd like. And yeah, head over there. Thai-meric is awesome. All right, I also want to tell you, if you've not figured out summer camp for your kids this summer and they're between 5 and 13 years old, I am going to suggest Junior Flyers Youth Summer Basketball Camp. There are 2 weeks. It is July 15th to July 19th, and then July 22nd to the 26th. And it is at Monocacy Middle School. It is for boys and girls, 5 to 13. And the campers will be coached by the Flying Cows coaches, including Coach Ed, I've heard. And there's also going to be players and staff they get to spend the week with. It runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. At Monocacy Middle School, and there'll be daily games, skills training, contest giveaways, and lots more. Fun for the kids. So check that out. All you have to do is go to goflyingcows.com on the web, and you will be able to get your kids signed up for that. All right, Lee and Christy Rosebush opened Rosie Cheeks Distillery in Walkersville just 2 years ago, and they are definitely taking Maryland by storm. I revisit the distillery after almost 2 years, but I've been visiting the liquor store to get their moonshine way more frequently than that, for sure. All right, here's Lee at Rosie Cheeks. Rosie Cheeks. If you've never been to the tasting room, you gotta come. I'm with Lee Rosebush.
Thank you.
The man on the farm. And you're just kind of just growing and growing and growing. I can't believe it's only been 2 years since I first sat in here, I think, and it's changed nicely, I'd say.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So you guys started with how many flavors?
So we started out with about 10 to 11 SKUs.
Okay.
And now with counting our seasonals, we're up to almost 30.
Whoa!
Yeah, Christy's been hard at work. She's wonders.
How? She just had another baby, for goodness sake.
She's a saint, that's all I can say.
She is a saint. So if you don't know, Rosie Cheeks makes some of the best moonshine
well, in the country, as it's just been awarded.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to get that little medal.
It was great. The American Distilling Institute recognized us from the national perspective and put us up there with a silver medal. So can't argue with that.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's not just us saying it, and I'm not getting paid to say it either. I can tell you. And now canned cocktails. So this is key lime pie. Well,
It is our canned key lime pie cocktail. Yes, so it's a little bit of a different strength than our jars, but for those of you who like seltzers who are around 5%, this is double that strength. So I think 2 seltzers in 1 can, and these are only available out here at the farm.
Ah, well, that's a way to bring them in.
Yes.
They are delicious. And key lime pie was the flavor that just won.
Second, yep.
Yeah.
Took the silver medal.
So that's pretty good. You have just taken the area by storm. You're now distributing.
Thank you.
In how many places, you said?
Almost 200 locations across the state. So.
That is unbelievable.
Thank you.
And for a 2-year-old company. Now, I know you were distilling way before that, but just really being kind of on the thing. We're on Woodsboro Pike.
We are.
Beautiful farm.
Right here in Walkersville.
Right here, yes. And how has you guys you're doing more and more events, having more and more people out here to the farm, kind of figuring out the logistics of everything, which has come quickly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we had our 2-year anniversary about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had a big weekend party. The last 2 years we did one time. We did the whole weekend this time.
Yeah.
Sadie Bass, who tours with Jason Aldean, Dirk Bentley, Miranda Lambert, she was able to join us.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And then we also had Gary Burks. And so between the two of them it was great. Then we had a local day for a local concert as well on Saturday.
Oh, awesome. I'm just fascinated that you've gotten so many people to, well, I'm not fascinated because it's great, moonshine, but just the people that have jumped on board on the Rosie Cheeks bandwagon.
Thank you.
You got some big names coming out.
I mean, Sadie's doing stuff. Gary Burks, obviously, from that side. We talked to Pat Ricard from the Ravens, who's been out here and signed some stuff for the kids and the Walkersville folks as well. So it's been awesome.
I mean, that's just tenacity, I guess, or working relationships and kind of figuring out what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do, to talk to as many people as we can and get as much moonshine out as we can here in Maryland.
Yeah. So what over the last 2 years, if you look back, like what's been the biggest challenge so far for you guys?
Initially it was the marketing side of getting our name out.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of been a snowball. Once people have been able to taste, we've had a lot more folks that have come in.
Yeah.
We're still doing some stuff here. I would say when we have our events outside, externally, we have a lot of fanfare, right? Folks in Thurmont and Hagerstown are starting to recognize us in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So it's nice now to try and put a little more effort and attention here on the farm.
Yeah, that's understandable. What's been your proudest moment over the past couple of years? Children aside, because we'll talk about that. So
putting the kids aside, I would say, watching the recognition, especially for Christy.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we won Best on the East Coast for the Peach Cobbler Moonshine.
Yeah.
And then this year, taking a second medal, right? Second place, silver medal from that side nationally.
Yeah, and your wife Christy is in charge of kind of like the flavor combinations, right? She figures out kind of what's hot and figures out an amazing way to do it naturally.
That's right. Yeah. So all of our stuff in the set is gluten-free.
Yeah.
It is all natural based. You'll see that on all of our labels. It's all made right here on the farm here in Walkersville.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that we try and push.
That's huge.
Thank
it's huge because most seltzers they're all artificial, right? They're
artificial.
not. I love the fact that you are committed to, as much as possible, using everything local.
We are.
Regional if need be, but certainly the county is adjacent to us. So you've just picked up some new flavors.
We have. So we just recently released a watermelon. We have a blueberry, a marshmallow, and a French vanilla that just came out. And again, in June 1st, I think we're about to announce another big flavor. So stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
Can't announce it yet, but we have another one coming here in 2 weeks.
That's amazing. How does, and I was saying this to you earlier, keeping up with production. So previously, this was you, Christy, your father-in-law were kind of the three main.
Yep.
And your kids were around every now and then, running errands, doing what they need to do. Now you are a team of?
Almost 20.
That is incredible.
So we've gone, and again, all local right here in Frederick, Walkersville area.
Yeah.
It started out with just the three of us and our kids, and we're up to a team of almost 20, everybody based here in Walkersville and Frederick.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, what an impact on the economy, both bringing a name to Frederick and moonshine, which you wouldn't typically kind of put together. Most, I think, would be from the South, and then hiring local people, which is fantastic as well. Giving back to the economy that way.
It's funny you say that about the down South. You know, when we won Best on the East Coast, that included all the good old boys down in Tennessee and Kentucky. And when we beat them with peach moonshine,
oh boy, I bet they were dirty on that one.
Oh yeah, the stuff we got. Yeah,
didn't like that at all. But I think you explained to me, and you will to when people come to visit, the way you guys distill, what you throw away, basically, that others used for the volume. It just enhances the flavor. And I gotta say, ladies, typically I'm not a straight drinker of anything, and the 100 proof I probably wouldn't take down so well, but everything else, it's just there is no bite to your moonshine, and that there's no of that shiver at the end at all.
So, you know, when Chris and I started doing this, that was the deal that we made. Is that I could make it any flavor I wanted. She'd help me try and choose what fruit flavors we were going to do.
Yeah.
But the deal was that she had to be able to drink it as well.
Yeah.
And so from that perspective, right, she's had a hand in all of our flavors moving forward. She runs the magician and the magic behind it.
Yeah.
And we've been able to push all.
And I'm not saying the ladies can't throw back the 100 proofs and like, just typically women like things that just don't taste like alcohol, and that's you know, that's what we love. And again, by doing that, you've just doubled your market, right?
Exactly.
So you've just expanded that market size to an enormous amount, because and now with this, my gosh, you're the cooler game now.
Exactly.
I mean, not that we haven't thrown the jars in the cooler before. It makes it a little bit easier to enjoy. What, other than this release in June, I mean, how are you looking at the next 12 months for Rosie Cheeks?
So we're hoping to bring in another 10-ish people.
Okay.
And we're also hoping to release, again, I can't give you exact dates, right? But another 4 to 5 different flavors of cans.
Okay.
So we'll have our cocktails. We've heard a lot of the folks who say, we love your recipes. Can you make them in a can?
And
so stay tuned. We'll have big announcements here over the next month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, the cocktail things, we need trading cards. Like I can just slip in my pocket, pull them out. No, they're really, it's very ingenious though. And it's it's another way to enjoy the cocktail, the moonshine, in a way that's just nice to sip, nice to drink, and great to put on if you're having a party. Good signature cocktails.
Yes.
Made with moonshine. We love that too. Has anybody done that? Like a wedding?
We have. We've had a couple weddings here. We've had some folks who have asked us if we could supply for their weddings.
Yeah.
So that's actually been pretty cool.
Very nice.
And then I will say this, over the weekend we were downtown Frederick and walking around, and just randomly we saw several different folks who had our sweatshirts on, and they weren't employees of Rosie, right?
Isn't that the greatest feeling in the world?
That is so cool to be able
because
to see
then
that.
you know you've extended beyond the friends and family and the friends of friends, right?
Exactly.
And now it's somebody you don't even know who's walking around with your brand.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so merch, you guys have that available. Is that on your website or just here at the?
Both. So we have it available on the website, which we can ship for the merch, and then we also have it here. We actually have a couple of our special T-shirts as well out here.
Okay.
Our 2-year anniversary ones, for example, have all of our flavors on the back.
Oh, very cool.
Kind of nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
And then also for Memorial Day and July 4th, we break out a special hat. That is a red Rosie Cheeks hat with the flags on the back.
Oh,
that
very cool.
You can only get during those 2 holidays.
All right, you got some events coming up that you guys are planning. Let us know, what are you doing here?
So starting June 6th here in a couple of weeks,
Yep.
we'll be doing open mic night. So most people that do know us around know that we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
This will be the first time that we're open our doors on a Thursday night.
Oh boy.
So we're going to go 6 to 9 open mic night. It's going to be hosted by my friend Boo Boo Trexel.
Okay.
And we'll have folks like Lauren Hill who'll be here, and it'll be basically a competition. So we're going to have 8 open mic nights. For those that want to come out and sing, if they come out to at least half of them, it makes them available for the championship the last night, which is all fans. So come out and vote.
So starting really soon, June 6th, Thursday to Sunday, here at the farm. And can people order Rosie Cheeks online and get in Maryland?
They can. We can now deliver in Maryland. Thank you for all the legislators from that side of it. They just passed a law saying that we can now deliver here in Maryland.
Nice.
So we can now deliver anywhere inside the state of Maryland.
Wow, that's a game changer.
That is a game changer for us as well.
It's a game changer.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, we want to thank Lee from Rosie Cheeks and his wife Christy, who Look, congrats to them. Baby number 7, how old now?
Number 7 is 2 weeks.
Oh my gracious.
So we have them ranging from University of Iowa, yes, all the way down to a 2-week-old.
Yes.
So
yeah, that is unbelievable.
I used to say it was controlled chaos in the house. Now it's just chaos.
Well, look, they are single-handedly replenishing the population here in Walkersville and employing a bunch of new people, which is phenomenal. Wish them all the best.
Thank
All
you.
right, now I want to do one. I ask everybody,
Sure.
and you will be, I mean, better than most. Who's the most famous person you know?
Oh, that's a good one.
Can you?
So I have met.
Okay, and I'll parlay this by saying if you called them, they would answer.
Well, that's a whole different.
Okay, so answer me the first one. Who's the most famous person you know?
I will say, and it's up online because of my day job, I have had dinner with, not just me, but I've had dinner with President Trump and President Barack Obama both.
Okay, that's pretty, you can't get much more celebrity than that.
So,
And,
neither one of us answered my phone call though.
yeah. Who is the most famous person you know that would answer a call from you?
Oh, I would say Christy now.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Thank you.
That's a great answer.
All right, I want to thank Lee at Rosie Cheeks. So fun there. Great place. If you've not been there, tasting room, they've made some extensions to the bar and really nice. They've got a nice outdoor area where you can sit as well. All right, coming up on Tuesday, I meet Greg, the owner of the newest hotspot, Bentstown, Frederick's first and only Music City-inspired eatery. The grand opening is Wednesday, so mark your calendar. And you'll meet Brandon Dull, who started Rhythm Changes, a nonprofit giving kids the gift of music. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this. Monday is Memorial Day, and while I appreciate the extended weekend and day off, as a proud American who has not served in the military, I hold a deep respect for Memorial Day and its profound significance. The day is a solemn reminder of the bravery and sacrifice of our fallen heroes who have given their lives to protect our freedoms. I'm grateful for their selfless service and honor their memory by reflecting on the cost of our liberty and ensuring their legacy lives on. Whew. This year, I'm going to take Mom to see the newly erected gravestone for her husband, Steve, who served in the Marines and passed this January. He is interred at the Baltimore National Cemetery in Catonsville. A poignant tradition that my family will start this year involves leaving coins on gravestones. Each coin holds a specific meaning. A penny signifies that someone has visited the grave and will take a pocketful. A nickel indicates that the visitor trained at boot camp with the deceased. A dime means they served together. And a quarter signifies that the visitor was present when the service member died. This custom reflects the deep respect and remembrance owed to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. To all who have served, and to their families, your courage and sacrifice are deeply appreciated and will never be forgotten. May we all take a moment to remember and honor those who have paid the ultimate price for our great nation. And I'll leave you with this tribute. Let's get out there. Let's be great. Let's remember those. Oh. All right, let me get this, hold on. Let me get this tribute up. I got all kerfuffled there, but yes, we appreciate every single one of you. All right, here we go.